Watcher. Watcher is always belongs to us. It's always in the present. And watcher does not belong to any mind. It belongs to the existence. As I told you before, life in our body is given us free. It's totally pure and it is totally unconditional. And the life should never be corrupted. And that's how my father lived. Mind is nothing but a heap of impressions, heap of ideas, thoughts, emotions, which we have learned from our mom and dad, from the society, and from religion, and the school which we go through. And the body is a heap of food, what we are eating, and that's why we have a problem, because we are totally conditioned from our mind, and naturally later on we develop conditioning of our body itself. The taste of, because we have a taste of salt, sugar and oil. On the top of that, we have ego, pride. Is all because of the conditioning. The animal nature has no conditioning practically. If you look your own dog or a cat, you have conditioned them for the food. That's all they want. Now, let me share with you, when you get conditioned, you can literally differentiate your body's, what you call, the energy level and the layers of the body itself. This body outside, this is the physical body. You can see that. Touch it. And the second body, which is there inside of us, second body, is called the etheric body. Since we are conditioned, the etheric body, we say we love somebody. But you know, at the same time, the hate also goes along with that, because it's a dual phenomenon. There's a negative and positive charge. And that's why the etheric body produces what you call a love and a hate. After that, this third body is the physical body, etheric body. The third body is called the etheric body. Sometimes we are happy, and sometimes we are not happy. Sometimes we have a strong energy, sometimes we have a low energy. That is like a magnet in our body, at our cellular system. That's the third body, that's the etheric body. And the fourth body is the mental body, which we have developed because of this conditioning. And that mental body sometimes gives us that we are stressed, we are not stressed, or all the thoughts which are coming, that's all mental body, how our mental system is working. And the next body is called the life and the death. And that's where problem comes, because animals do not go and kill themselves. It's the human beings who have suicide, and that is physical, that is the physical body, that is our life and the death. And then there's a cosmic body, and that is what we are breathing in. When I breathe in, that means I'm breathing from the cosmic, that means I'm breathing from the trees, because every leaf gives you oxygen. And when I breathe out, it goes out, that's the cosmic body. And the last body, which is the seventh body, which is a being yourself, that is the watcher which you see me, that's the watcher inside of me, that's the being yourself. So we are basically, the total existence is being, total existence is looking at us. If you have a dog, or if you go and look at an animal in the zoo or the jungle, the animal eyes, they are looking at you. That's a watcher. Animal has that, but they cannot tell you. That is the being yourself. That's a life vibrating and pulsating in yourself. That's the energy pulsating and vibrating in yourself. So these bodies, because of the conditioning, they become so much influenced on each one of us that we create a problem. But if we become totally a watcher and we look on that etheric body, there's the positive, that means love is coming, the hate is coming, but don't react, just watch it and alert it, totally alert, and do not react. And work all the things alert wise you're doing is all you're doing consciously. You are not doing unconsciously. Same with the astral body. Sometimes you are happy, you may not be happy, you may be strong, or you may be low. Again, don't differentiate it, just don't react it, just look it. Same thing, third body, that is the mental body. Sometimes you are happy, you may not be happy. Sometimes you have good feeling, sometimes you have bad feeling. Don't react, because they say each energy has a negative and positive. That's what is happening. So don't react. Just be watcher. Watch everything. It doesn't matter. You watch, of course, your body. You watch everything what's happening, and that's what the animal is doing it. And the next is the physical, that is life and death. And if you watch that, if you become like that, the watcher continuously, you have a life. But death is also a part of it, but you don't go and kill yourself. And that's what every animal does. And the last one is the being yourself. Being is a life. It's a vibrating and pulsating. Now, I want to share with you that when you become a watcher, total watcher, continuously, and now you're watching your body, I told you about these emotions, and that is due to conditioning. Now, in our body, inside body, we have what we call a kundalini. You have heard of that. It is basically a thing which is there inside our body, the spine, which is the middle, which is called shushama. And it's going from all the way from the bottom to all the way up to the head. And this is the spine. And that spine, the bottom, you have an inner area. That's the inner area. That means your bowels has to move every day. You see, you take your dog every day for a walk, and you pick up whatever the dog, throw it out, shit it out. Our dog go and pee. You can't leave the dog at your home or in a cage, and that's in the bottom. And next after that is the pubic area, which is that's the sexual area where the sexual energy goes there, and that's where we produce sexual function. But that also, if you look at the nature, how they work in the sexual function is a completely different. But we are totally conditioned from our mind, and we are totally, especially a man, egomaniac, have every hour erection. But because of this mind phenomena, that produce all the wrong things in the world. But if you just take a deep breath, the energy will go up, because that is sexual energy which got down. It's only a momentary and it disappears. But unfortunately, we are totally conditioned and we're totally wrapped up. And the next is the pubic. That is, we are connected with our mother. That's how we are born. That pubic area, that is where we develop in our life a fear. But if you become totally fearless, that you are not, just like animals, they are not scared from anybody. Except when we pinch it, they're going to bite you. And we have a fear because of the society, because of all the conditioning, and that's what the fear is created. After that, there's the heart area. It's called the heart center. And that is a love center, happiness. And that's what most of the women have, that heart center. Because when you say to a woman, I love you, well, because of the heart center, she fell in love. She won't jump up into you, say, look, I want to marry you. She's going to have a patience. But a man, on the other hand, has no patience. Man has the ego. And the next center is the throat center. And that is talking. When you really become totally conscious of yourself, you stop talking. You stop reacting. But you know, when we are totally conditioned, unconsciousness, that every person is talking. That's why you see on a TV or the news media. That's all what we call identification. And they're talking about your own things. It's all conditioning. It is all artificial language which they're using to live their life. But you may think that it is all natural. It is not natural. It is all artificial, and that is created by the society. Animals don't have that. A dog and a cat don't have that. And we have created that, and that's what we are living. I know my own grandchildren. They are totally awake. One is a 15-year-old and one is a 13-year-old. And they are beautiful. They are totally conscious. Now they have to go and learn to the school the artificial language. And that's how they become identified themselves. It's all artificial, but I am teaching them, you listen one ear and you let it go the other ear, because they are teaching you to learn all this language problem so they can take their exam. In the existence, there is no exam, there is no competition, there is no comparison. But unfortunately, that's the way we are totally conditioned, because mind is a heap of impression and body is a heap of food. And since that throat section, then the next one is what you call in between the two eyes, and that is called the Anahata, Ana center, and above that is the Sahasrara. Your energy can go all the way up, and that's where you feel. That's the way the animals are, because animals are basically looking at watcher. They're watching, but they cannot talk. We are the only people we can talk, and that's why we have problem. When you stop talking and just watching, you become the total watcher. And as soon as you keep watching, your whole body, pretty soon, that watcher is sitting outside and you are walking. And then you're watching the mind. And mind has thoughts. The thoughts comes and goes. Don't react. And once you start controlling that thoughts, all the thoughts which are coming in your mind, which are totally conditioned, that is the second part of the puzzle. They're controlling the total mind. That means there's no mind, no disease. And that's what happened. The watcher is watching that. And third thing, your emotions. Along with that, your attitude. And once you have a control of your body and a control of your mind and control of your emotions and control of all your attitude, because if I close my eyes totally, I'm still watching. My watcher is still there. Now my watcher is sitting outside, but my body is here. My mind is here. But that watcher, when I take a breath, is watching the breath coming in from the existence. And then the breath goes out, and that again the watcher is watching. If you reach to that stage, that your watcher becomes totally conscious and totally alert, then the watcher is sitting outside. And that's what the animal have, but they cannot tell you. And that's what I'm sitting here. That's why that is the life. Breathing in, breathing out, that's the life going out. Now, that life is vibrating and pulsating. Now I show you, which I'm telling you from the outside. Now the exercise which I want to share with you, that is awakening by yourself. That you get up in the morning and look at your face, and if you take all your clothes off, you're better off. Just like, and as you take your clothes off and you raise your hands up, be thankful to your mom and dad that you are born in this world. And the first breath you took it from this existence, that the breath came in, and you should be thankful to the cosmic level or the cosmic energy, and the breath goes out. And we are very thankful to our mom and dad that they have given us the birth. Because when you see the newborn baby, it's basically looking at you. Same thing in Jesus Christ, when he says, I became a baby. He became a little baby. And the baby is looking at you. That is a watcher. And that watcher belongs to the existence. But unfortunately, when you really become totally conscious, because that gives you only 1% of consciousness, and when you become totally 100% conscious, you become the part of existence. The breath comes in, the breath goes out. And that's what Jesus Christ is talking. The kingdom of heaven is inside of you. But unfortunately, Pontus and Herod, they misunderstood. They thought he's going to take over their kingdom. And that's how he was crucified. That is one part of the puzzle which you understanding it, because you are the watcher. And if you start becoming watcher and watcher, pretty soon your whole become consciousness. Now, if I close my eyes and I want to share with you a meditation. Meditation word is not a concentration. It is not a contemplation. It is a total awareness of yourself, total alertness of yourself, total aliveness of yourself. It is the watcher. Now, let me share with you. I will close my eyes, which you can, just like I told you to, laugh at yourself in the morning and look at your body all over. Be thankful to your hands, to your fingers, all the fingers that there you're given, and you're given eyes, nose, ears, mouth, and you got hand, and you got the feet, and you got all your body and all your organs. Be thankful and laugh at that, how nature has given you. But you never thank, because you are totally conditioned. You are serious about that. Life is not as serious. Life is living. Happiness is totally unconditional. It's always enlightened. And that's why when you saw Jesus Christ, he was totally enlightened. And that's why when you see a baby, he's totally enlightened. But unfortunately, we don't understand that, because we have totally become conditioned. And conditioning has created problem in our mind and eventually in our body. Because we are not eating right. Because we're eating all the wrong food. And wrong food is going in our body. And that's why people have what you call obesity. Has created all the diseases. The heart disease, the diabetes, the cancer, the Alzheimer. And because of the conditioning. And we have forgotten about life. Now let me share with you to close your eyes. If I close my eyes, and that's what you should do every day for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. And that is, close your eyes and the watcher is looking, and take a breath. The breath comes from the existence and it goes back to the existence. And that we have, if you turn your eyes inside, our body has more than 100 trillion cells in our body. More than 100 trillion cells of the body. If you look one your cell phone, there's only one artificial cell. Now that cell is getting oxygen from this cosmic power, and that gives you life. Every cell has a life. Every cell has an energy. Every cell has a light, like a sunlight and the moonlight, and that all of us has that. In our body, there's a Pingala and Ida. Pingala is a sun, like a male, and Ida is like a female, which is inside of us. That is a part of Kundalini. Anyhow, our cell, every cell is moving, constantly moving, continuously moving, unconditionally moving. And if you become totally looking inside and totally become silent, because I am talking to you because I have to talk to share with you, but if I totally become silent, that's a total energy sitting inside of me. But if I just, as I say, I'm talking to you, every cell is moving, every cell has an energy, every cell has a what we call enlightened, happy, and every cell is totally unconditionally conscious, just like the existence. Because every organ, every tree is totally unconditional. They have no condition. They're looking for a rain. Same as the animal. They are looking for a food if they are hungry. Otherwise they don't eat. But we human beings are totally conditioned. We eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. And that's why we have problems. Because we are totally conditioned. And unless you become totally unconditional, and that is the only way you can become unconditional, which I show the exercise, which is you outside, you look at when you are standing in the morning. And same thing in the morning, you look at inside, close your eyes, and every cell is moving. And your watcher is looking, but it's not talking. Just like a dog, just like any other animal, they don't talk. They're like a tree. Because we are a part of the existence. And every cell, when you really keep becoming totally meditative, totally alert, totally alive, and your watcher becomes become unconditional, like the existence, then the existence take over. And that's total life is. That is life we are breathing in, and when we breathe out, it goes back to the existence. And that's why the animal which live in the jungles or live in wherever they live in the jungle, there is no disability. Because if animal become disabled, other animal will eat it. Because they are hungry. Other animal is hungry. Unfortunately, we are totally conditioned, and we have totally destroyed the whole existence, and we are keep on destroying the existence because that unconditionally, because they don't talk. We think they don't talk, but if you put a computer and if you put a what you call electrical system on these animals or on these trees, you will see the vibration is going on. Because at bottom, at the end of the day, all our cells in our body, each cell has 100 trillion atoms. An atom is moving very fast. And that's what you have to close your eyes and watch it. Now, I don't want you to just believe in all that. You have to literally go and look at the Google what your cell is. And you have to look in the Google, see every cell has 100 trillion atoms. And each atom divides into electron, proton, and neutron. And that's how the proton therapy came. That cost $150 million to produce that proton therapy for cancer people to heal them. But you have inside yourself, you have a proton pump, which produce proton therapy. That cells which are inside, that cells have what we call atom. That atom is so fastly moving that you think me as a human being, but actually it's all energy, because all existence is nothing but energy. And that's where we go back to the energy, and that is unconditional consciousness. That is your watcher. It goes back to the existence, and that's what happened. We are never born, we never die, but we come in this existence, and one day we are gone. So you can watch your own body disappearing, because that watcher is outside. That watcher is watching this body. And that's what happened to my father. When he died, he was laughing because he learned the real meditation. Real meditation is that you become totally unconditional and you back to the existence itself. And that's what we all are. But unfortunately, we have destroyed the whole world because of conditioning. We have to learn to decondition ourselves as much as possible, and that's my objective, to teach you. This is the only thing I have. I only a messenger of this existence. I'm your friend, and I'm just here to teach you. But you have to do it yourself. You have to feel yourself. I wish you all a happy day. God bless. Namaste. Amen.